Do you see what Will Smith did at the Oscars? If not, let me show you. Clearly assault, right? Not so fast. I'm JJTP A lawyer, not your lawyer. Let's talk about assault and battery. These two terms are used interchangeably, but they are different. Even some jurisdictions lump them into one. That's because usually if you commit a battery, you also committed an assault. Let me explain. An assault is when your conduct or threat of conduct causes someone to be reasonably concerned for their safety. To be clear, you actually don't have to touch the person, but words alone, that's not enough. There are different degrees of assault. Let's take a look at New York, for example. Speaking generally, the higher the degree, the less severe the assault. For example, a third-degree assault may only result in emotional or mental injury. In contrast, a second-degree assault usually involves some physical injury. A first-degree assault, sometimes called an aggravated assault, usually involves a situation where the severe bodily injury or great indifference to human life. These usually involve a weapon as well. Let's compare this to battery. A battery occurs when there's intentional, unwanted touching, like what Will did to Chris. If the touch only happened by accident, then it's not a battery. Think of assault as an attempted battery. Like assault, there are different types of battery: simple, aggravated, sexual, or domestic, to name a few. But this happened in California. So let's talk about the law there. In California, assault is defined under Penal Code 240. Let's take a look. In essence, you're guilty of assault in California if you intend to willingly do something that would result in the applying of unwelcome, harmful, or offensive force to a person, knowingly and intentionally doing it, having the present ability to carry out the threat, and no legal excuse. A simple assault is punishable by up to a $1,000 fine and 6 months in jail. However, it can be increased to $2,000 and 1 year in prison, depending on the victim and the circumstances. There are defenses, including self-defense, the inability to carry out the threat, not acting willfully, and of course,
it's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
Battery is defined under Penal Code 242, as we see here. To be convicted of battery, it has to be shown that you willfully or deliberately touched someone without their consent. It doesn't matter how small the touch. What matters is how the other person felt about it. In California, a battery can result in as little as a $2,000 fine and 6 months in prison, all the way up to a life sentence, depending on the victim, your record, and the circumstances. Just something to consider before you walk up and slap someone on national television, even if they insulted your wife. Until next time. Note from the lawyers: this video is based on the laws at the time of taping this video. It does not constitute legal advice. You should always consult with your own attorney before taking any action, with the exception of liking and subbing so you can hear more legal facts like